Are you recording?
Yeah, we're going. That's how we're starting.
Yeah, awesome.
Left them out. Welcome, guys.
Welcome to our podcast. We're going to give you out of our high
where we
fives.
invite guests on and then just ignore them.
Do it again.
Okay, welcome to the Jenna Julien Podcast with our guest, Dominic D-Trix Sandoval.
Yay.
See, we don't have those cool sound effects like all your videos. We're not that high end. Like
I just did
this
the
is
Jeopardy
pretty-
song, so it's not that cool. Unless you like
that's
Jeopardy.
true. She loves Jeopardy.
I love Jeopardy.
Then I just put down your theme song show.
Trebek.
Yeah, we can throw it in there. We'll
What?
throw it in there. The do-do-to-do.
That's actually the price.
Oh, wait.
Well done, Dom. You're like, yeah, I love the
See,
prices, right?
I-
Oh, that's not the
I
right
told
one.
you I don't watch Jeopardy. Sorry.
That's
That's
real.
what it is. I said doo-doo-doo-doo.
Oh, that's awesome.
Rough start.
Oh, that's good. Well, you know what? That's the thing about a podcast. It's like there's no takes. It's
Yeah.
like if you fuck up, it's just a bad podcast.
Yeah,
And that's
this is
what the
also
Jenna and
what-
Julien podcast is.
Yeah, it's also why we don't plan, because half the time we're like, let's talk about this, and then we just sit here
Never
and talk
get to
about
it.
whatever we want. Just,
You
you
just
don't
gotta
get
go
to
with
it.
the flow.
Go with the flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have a cool shirt on. I just want to compliment you.
Yeah, and this is just I wear it because it's really comfy. I was telling you this earlier.
Yeah.
I wear it because it's really comfy, not because it's like.
Well, it sits on your lean body really well.
Don't do that.
No, I'm not. I'm being
You're
serious.
flirting right now.
All right, guys.
Jenna, you want to just like turn them off for a
Yeah,
second?
earmuffs. Okay, go.
My hand's on his thigh.
Just go a little higher.
All right, Jenna, you're good. We'll just deal with this later. We forgot to Periscope. Should we just forget it?
Yeah.
All right. You normally Periscope on the
Sorry,
iPad.
sorry.
I love
secret
it.
family.
I do that too. It's like, oh, we forgot that light. All right, just leave it.
That's fuck it.
Just roll.
So Dom has been hanging out with us a lot lately, so we're super lucky for that. We became Valley Buddies when we moved out here.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag.
Oh, that's sweet.
We're hashtag
So
blessed.
Well, it's mutual. It's mutual. We have been spending
We
more time
have
with each
a
other.
lot of
though.
time, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But both of us, I feel like, me and Jenna, and also you, have been gone a lot, at least the last couple of weeks, just
Yeah.
doing shit.
Yeah. Well, I think like in general, like over the last few months, really, we haven't been able to see each other as much.
Yeah.
But lately, these last couple of weeks has been really good.
It's been like a flurry. Yeah.
But you've been out of town because you love doing that. And
I hate it. I hate leaving. I hate it. They know. They
Yeah.
know me.
The neighbor came over today, and he was like, "Yeah, I never see you guys like leave." We're like, "Oh yeah, we don't do that. Like we stay in the house."
like the
pretty-
chill.
Yeah.
I know our neighbor he has a 16-year-old son named Colin, and
Yeah.
they were out in the back one time playing Wii on like a giant projector over the pool, and I was
Legit.
Like it
Damn
looked like
it,
the most fun
invite
party
us.
ever.
But
Yeah.
so
Maybe
he-
they're watching this and they're like, "That's it. We're gonna invite them."
I know. I guess that was Colin's birthday. But the dad was like, "Hey, will you come like host their high school thing at like some local high
Yeah.
school?" But I'm gonna be gone. But I was like, I totally
I
would
know.
have.
That's our scene, high school, man.
Yeah, I
We
know.
crush high school.
I'm at the same level of maturity.
And you're a little under.
More like 8 years old.
Oh man. So I guess for those of you who, for whatever weird reason, don't know who Dom is also a YouTuber, and he.
Can I take off my shoes?
Of course
Yeah.
you can.
Okay,
You should have
sorry.
done that a while ago.
You can do whatever you want.
Can I take off my clothes?
Yeah.
We want to keep people here. We want to keep people.
I'm not going to
here.
say no.
Okay.
And he is an esteemed dancer. He has a long dancing past, which is cool because in your videos and stuff, there's a lot of dancing stuff incorporated. But you're also doing stuff just purely dancing, like you're traveling to do certain things.
Yeah.
You were in DC, right?
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago, we were in DC. I don't know how this happened. Like when we heard the news, it was for So You Think You Can Dance. I was on a show called So I Thought I Can Dance, and it didn't work out. But in the end, it's like I feel like it worked out because
Yeah.
somehow I'm here with you guys. So
Yeah.
I think you
just
can
keep doing
dance.
this.
I think Dom can do.
That's
If you haven't
sweet.
seen it in my vlog, you're drunk dancing a little bit. Not
Oh,
you,
so
but it's
good.
Oh yeah, I was
everyone
like,
else is
I've
drunk.
never drank before.
Yeah.
He wasn't
No, I know.
We were drunk
No,
watching.
it's like
Drunk filming.
It's like a drunk room of people, and then Dom is just crushing it up top.
Yeah.
I was trying to burn
I had like
calories.
a long, slow zoom in you while you were dancing.
I was trying to like literally anytime I go to a dance event, I try to like dance. Stop. People are like, "Why are you so full out?" And I'm like, "This is the only time I can get some serious cardio."
I danced for like 10 minutes, and I feel like I just did a whole workout. So
Wow.
I mean, that's why you're so fit, obviously.
God, you guys see just on earphones.
What?
Earphones. He's gonna
Earmuffs.
compliment me.
Earmuffs.
Okay, sorry, go.
What?
This little paw on your knee, that's called my hand. You're like, I don't feel anything.
It's been there the whole time.
Wait, what? What are you guys doing under there?
This sound
That
was
sounded horrible. Wow.
You guys love each
Got
other.
really weird really fast, but I'm not even mad. And Marbles needs to calm down out there. Last week we had the dogs on the table, and now they're just so pissed that they're not welcome. But
Oh, they're jealous right now.
Yeah, it was a fuck show.
yeah, it was.
Wait, so what did you do in DC?
Okay, so I danced with the first lady, Mrs.
Casually.
Michelle Obama.
You
And it was-
did? How did I miss this?
And I did, but the crazy thing is that like it wasn't. I feel bad for saying this. When they first told us we were going to for So You Think You Can Dance, they brought a bunch of us all-stars out there to dance with her
Yeah.
at the Easter egg roll drop at the White House. And when they first told us, I was like, all right, cool. And then like literally right before we went on, like she came in and she was already prepared and she's like super sweet and super loving. And I was like, this is about to happen. And then we were on stage and we were dancing and like we were literally dancing next to each other. And I was like blown away and like, I don't know, it was like probably one of the craziest. I've never had this feeling, but I was like legitly like, wow, this is like from dancing in the garage at like as a little kid just for fun to doing this was crazy. And then like the video went up and within like 3 days it had like 26 million views or something.
So crazy.
And I felt so cool.
That's awesome.
I felt legit. I was like, oh, I feel cool.
That's so. I had no idea that you did that.
I
I feel like a bad stalker. Like I stalk you a fair amount, and I
cool.
totally missed that. Oh, cool.
Cool, I stalk you
That's
guys
what I say
a little
too.
too much.
Someone's like, "Oh, I stalk you." I'm like, "Yes."
You know my
awesome."
social security number now.
Yeah, we do. We
Yeah.
just heard him announce his
I
social
tattooed
security
it
number.
into
We'll
my
link
arm.
his social security number in the description below. So
Yeah,
just
hit it
check
up. Hit it up. Take everything.
But I imagine, I mean,
There's
you're
nothing.
on the internet a lot, and for your job, for I guess the most part. But moments like actually being in places like that, where
Right.
it kind of hits you, like this is what I'm doing. Like it's easy to forget, people are watching when you're just talking to a camera or whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like with that kind of thing, it must have been just like a whole new.
It is. I think all of us can vouch for that. Like, we do these things, and most of the time it's just a camera and yourself or a couple people, and you're just being who you are, and then before you know it, like, you're in front of thousands
Yeah.
of other people that, appreciate what you do, and it's like, whoa, like, this is real life.
Yeah.
It's like real life comments or something, which in person they
Before-
usually never
before
say
they were
bad things.
comments, they were just people saying words.
And now it's a completely different
And
thing.
now we've gone back to people saying words.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, for me, it's like really fun to meet people in person because it's a different experience. Like you forget like how many actual humans like the numbers
Yeah.
are. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then you see them and you hug them and you like get to know them, and it's like a really powerful thing. But like the first lady, though, damn.
Yeah, that's no
Yeah,
joke.
but I mean, to be quite honest, I don't think we like even shared we did share a nice hug. But I don't think she
What
knows.
does she
was she?
smell like?
Wait, hold on. No.
does she
First
smell
question:
like?
Was she a good hugger? Like she bring you in tight and?
No, she was very I don't want to say aggressive because that sounds bad, but
No,
like it was
sounds
it was an aggressive. I feel like I really appreciate you being here hug.
Oh, so that's good. Oh,
Yeah.
She
She
asserted.
was so sweet. She was very
Well,
like.
you were in her house. So.
No, here's the thing. Okay, I can't lie. I can't lie. I didn't get to walk inside.
Oh, okay. So she kept
The
you
house? No, but
Kept you outside.
we were like in a tent outside. We were like those extra guys like outside in the corner. But it was crazy because they were like, all right, she's gonna be here soon. Everybody out, and like this whole Secret Service came in and wiped the whole room, and then we were
Damn.
able to go back inside. It's like crazy.
It's like a real life Meacham.
and there's like snipers all around the
shit.
White House.
Really?
That's insane.
Yeah, like
of course,
buff, like a
have
bunch
to
of
be.
Julians, a bunch
Whoa.
of buff ass, fine ass dudes with like big ass snipers.
Julians, except they're actually skilled at something and they're actually muscular.
No, you're skilled. Don't do that. Are you a fisherman? Because you're fishing for
It's going.
It's working.
It's working. Go.
It's working.
You're fishing for hay.
Oh, I got it. Whatever.
I couldn't finish it either.
No, but that must have been insane seeing like the real life White House setup, like the people and like you said,
Yeah.
Secret Service. I don't think I've ever seen anything close to that. I mean, the closest I've seen is just convoys on the freeway when Obama's in town. But
Yeah, and you can't get anywhere.
yeah, you can't.
I've just seen like Independence Day, and like that was the only thing that I.
So it went from Independence Day to being with Michelle Obama.
Yeah,
and
it's a
seeing
big
snipers.
difference. It's a big difference. Big difference.
I love that movie.
Not as many aliens, just a few.
I'm honestly not surprised that she gave you like a really good hug because she's kind of jacked. Like her arms are ripped.
She's athletic for sure.
Yeah, she's like ripped.
She'd
How
give
tall
you
is
guys
she?
a run for your money. I would say taller than me, but I think everybody's taller than me. But
She probably had heels on though.
No, actually, I don't think so because she was dancing.
On
So
the
she was
lawn.
probably in
They're
some
outside,
Asics.
yeah.
Some nice Asics.
Some Asics.
Yeah, so if I had to put it 5'2", 5'10".
Oh damn.
5'9".
That's like closing in on me, man. Calm down, Michelle.
No, she's eye to eye with you.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Oh, how tall is Brock? He's probably like 6'3".
He's taller than her, right?
He's
a
tall.
little bit.
Him.
You didn't mean. Well,
No.
I know.
But I was in the same at least 4 miles.
That's saying something.
Closest, you win.
You win. Closest
You
to
win.
Obama.
We're pretty close now.
Did you? Yeah. Well, if I ever meet him, I'm just gonna tell him thanks. So.
Have you seen that Vine that
I
he
get
made?
it.
The thing.
He made a Vine?
He made a Vine, or like the White House did, where he's like dunking a cookie into a glass of milk and it doesn't fit, so he just goes, "Thanks, Obama."
It's amazing.
Wait. I think
Or maybe it's a YouTube
it
video.
might be
No,
a
I
video
think I saw
turned
it.
into
I think
a
I did.
Vine.
I think I did see
It's
it.
fantastic.
I love Obama for that kind of
Gold.
It's
It's
fantastic.
gold. That's
It
really
really
gold.
He's fun. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I made a whole video about Thanks Obama, and then
I know.
I was literally like, this was inspired by the GIFs, like on Reddit and stuff, and everyone's like, oh, this is so funny, this is a funny joke, Jenna. I'm like, no,
You know what's crazy?
literally
I
credited
legitly
them.
thought you made that up.
No.
When you saw the video?
Yeah, because that was
Well,
the
because
first time
we
I'd
were
seen it.
obsessed with watching those Thanks Obama gifs.
They're
Like just
so funny.
Yeah, 'cause
stupid shit would happen.
that was the first time I've ever heard that.
It wasn't me.
No. Well, I mean, I
You're
guess
a good person because I would have been like, yeah, that was all me, baby. Yeah, I made that up. Quote. No, that's
I mean,
awesome.
it was. I guess
You had a big part in making it
Well,
popular.
no. Here's
though.
what I would say is like it wasn't completely popular. It was semi niche when you found it. Like it was like a group of people on the internet on Reddit found it. There's like a small subreddit, and then you did that video, and suddenly it was like, oh, this is a joke now. Let's go see what she was talking about on Reddit, and then now it's like a whole thing.
Yeah, you brought attention, awareness.
Yeah, you didn't.
Whatever
you didn't do
guys-
nothing.
It was Reddit. It wasn't me. It was Reddit.
All right, fine.
But it
Compliment
was
rejected. I'll
It
take
was,
it back.
it was both.
I'll save it for
was-
you.
was
I'll save
both.
it for
It was
Dom.
Jenna and Reddit. It was Jet it.
Jet it.
Jet it.
That's my favorite.
Jet it.
Subjet it.
Subjet it. Do you use Reddit at all?
Puns. The puns. Reddit. You know what? Is it just me or is it like kind of confusing?
It
can
is
be
There's a
confusing.
lot of
Yeah.
stuff like it's
Yeah.
because like anytime I see a lot of words, which is why I don't read books, I get like a little scared and a little
nervous.
insecure inside, and I'm like, oh man,
Yeah,
it
but,
seems like a
like,
lot of work.
All you gotta do is spend like maybe 3 minutes, and you click a couple links, and then it's just all pictures of
three
cats. and
three
shit.
minutes.
Yeah.
Three.
Medits. Oh, you just topped my pun with a better pun.
I don't know. Is there?
just like cuts out.
We're looking at it.
Good
This
stuff.
it sounds
So-
okay, right? You guys, it sounds like clear and stuff.
Yeah, it just
Okay.
cuts out every 3 seconds
Just
for me.
because Peach ate
just
this
over here.
headphone.
Wait, what's wrong with your guys' headphones?
No,
What happened
Peach
with
ate
yours?
this one. So the left ear on this headphone is chewed up.
And
It's
what's wrong
Peach.
with yours?
It's
No,
nothing.
nothing. It's
So I
just like when I go like, then it just
yeah, it
blacks
pops. Yeah,
out.
there's no need for that.
It blacks out.
It blacks.
I feel like I feel like I'm in a studio right now and we're about to make a song.
We're about to drop the hottest mixtape of 2015.
I mean, we
Ooh,
can.
Kill 'em.
Jet it. jet.
See, I love the fact that you can like out of nowhere just even that. Like when you
I
dance
know.
out of nowhere, when you like drop a beat, like it's that artistic, like it's so
Oh no, that
deeply
wasn't
ingrained.
freestyle. I rehearsed that last
It doesn't
time.
even matter.
That was a lot of work.
Yeah.
Every time we hang out with Dominic, we're just constantly reminded like that Julian and I are just regular humans, and you're just next
Don't
level
do that.
human.
She's fishing.
Next level
Regu-
human.
She's fishing.
regular.
And you're punning. She's fishing. You're punning.
I'm failing at punning. Okay, I do have a question for you though.
I got an
Yeah.
answer.
So I mean, like, I think it's cool that like your first thing really before YouTube was dancing. Like that was your whole life, and it still kind of is. And you did a lot in dancing, and now that you have a career on the internet doing other things, like your YouTube channel is not just dancing, you do find a way to mix in dancing quite a bit. But I think that's a tough balance because like you have enough dancing to appeal to the masses who maybe aren't dancers, but then enough to also keep to what you love and also, you know, I mean, make videos that you are enjoying. Like is that kind of a tough balance?
Yeah, I think it always has been. I think I mean, the whole dancing thing, this was something that I just absolutely loved as a kid because I wanted to impress girls.
Yeah.
And it was like, for some
It's a great reason. I mean, a lot of
it is a great reason, but then it's like, it doesn't matter if it doesn't work. But over time, I always used, like, I just fell in love with dancing. And then all of a sudden, like, all these big TV shows came up out of nowhere. And that's not the reason why we did it. It was just kind of just for fun.
Well, because you were doing it before they came up.
Yeah, totally, right? But I don't know, there's just something with, I hate to say this, but I'm like, I hate to say it. It's kind of true. Like, maybe you guys will probably say different, but my dancing is kind of corny in a sense that, like, I do a lot of tricks and flips and moves and stuff. But I did that for, like, to be cool because I couldn't play sports in high school and stuff. So I really, like, I told you, like, that's a good bass. It's like irrelevant to them, but for me. But there was like a lot of Julians at my school, and all these girls wanted the Julians, and I was like, come to this little Asian guy. Come on, let me just fly around. Let me just fly around and try and see if this works.
Yeah.
And then so I always did like moves that were like flashy and stuff, and then like television and all that stuff, and then but I really studied the art of dance. Like I feel like I had to. With like choreographing and doing my own stuff, and then the relatability I felt to creating videos on being able to like choreograph and direct dance was similar.
Yeah, that crossover.
Yeah, and which was introduced to me by Ryan Higa, just in case.
Yeah.
Obviously they know who he is, but when we would exchange brainwaves, we were like, dude, this is like, we're doing similar things on how I would choreograph for my team and how he would do his videos. So it just did this, and I'm still learning like a lot, but it's fun. I try to merge them together. Yeah. It's really fun. But it's fun.
No, it's super interesting that you mentioned like choreographing dance is similar to planning out a video and choreographing how a video is going to look. Yeah. Because a YouTube video is very visual. It's a very visual thing, like dancing.
Yeah, I think overall, like the best person to explain that type of concept is like Childish Gambino, where he went from like, when he went from like Derek comedy, like writing and performing, and then he got into television and writing, and then he got into film, and then he got into rapping, being serious. It's just the relatability in concepts. It's almost like you know exactly what it takes to lift. And you know all the, like, you understand all the formula and what it takes to get better. Yeah. And it's like, well, I can do that same thing and use the same concepts, but in this language, we just don't know how to speak it yet. So you learn the words, and then you're able to translate it the same way you would with whatever art you did before. So for me, it's like that part's kind of, I'm just still learning a lot of new foundational words. But yeah, that's a good way to have people fall asleep at home.
No, that's super interesting. I mean, like the fact that like the base that you bring to YouTube is dance. I mean, your base is different. Like, what would you say your base is before it came to YouTube? Because everyone has like a base of life things that they bring to YouTube.
It was a lot of sports and a lot of school. Yeah. So I mean, for me, it was just a level of like responsibility. So you have like a certain level of responsibility in sports and like academia
nuts.
But it's sort of just like your work ethic and what you're used to doing, and then finding something else that you like and applying all of your skills. Yeah. So it's just like human life skills, but it is similar, you know what I mean, when you're working really hard to just be like, all right, I don't know all the ropes of everything, but I'm pretty sure I can fucking do this. If I can do that, I can do this. And then just no fucks. Yeah. Just do it. I think there's a level of being naive that is really helpful. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like when you don't know what's going on, all you can do is like be in the moment and do it live, which I think works to a lot of people's advantage the internet, because if you really like knew what you were doing, you probably would stop.
And you start overthinking too much, which happens way too much. At least for me a lot, but totally. Right. It's almost like you just, because you don't know this camera is supposed to be a certain way, or you don't know this light, you just do it, and you just run with it, and the right side of your brain just turns on, and you're completely in the moment. Right. You just go for it, and it's natural.
For sure. Right. I think that's also a really cool thing about YouTube is that there is no real standard. Right. Like, if you want to make films or you want to do TV, there's like, okay, you know what it's supposed to be. With YouTube, I think, it's an interesting concept that it's happening right now. Everything's kind of being exposed and rolled out right now. So when, like you said, if this is my style, maybe it's wrong, but there is no right. No. You know what I mean? It's just everyone doing how they do it.
Yeah. Exactly.
I've sort of noticed too, like with Vine and everything, like getting shorter and faster and moving mobile, like like, people used to come to YouTube, if you had a video that was, like, over a minute and a half, they were like, away, click, like, too long, boo.
Yeah,
but now people want longer and longer videos.
Yeah.
Because they're getting their quick fix, somewhere else. And so then...
It's kind of like going back, right?
Like, I'll post a 3-minute video, which was, like, a gold length for a long time.
Yeah.
And they were like, this is too short. Like, once a week and you post a 3-minute video? So it's, like, constantly evolving, and you, like, never know what the fuck to do. The second that you have one thing down, then you need to learn 50 billion other fucking things to keep moving
That's a really good thing, though, because if your video's like 3 minutes and someone says, like, this seemed like really long, then it's like, oh, this is probably a bad video. But if they're like, 3 minutes, I need more, that means you had a really good 3-minute video. No, that's interesting, though, because even in the YouTube world right now, like, to get funding for your channel or to get funding for a series is tough, but if you want funding for a film, they're throwing that out like so much right now because there's so many YouTubers doing films and the turnaround is so good. But that's crazy how it's like it's like people like have their fast fix already. So now it's like, give me some like long, you know,
I came
some
here
things.
for a longer video. It's crazy.
We put a lot of work into those 3 minutes, guys, just so you know. We do. Right? We put a lot of work
and that's
into
like, and you know, everyone puts a lot of work into their videos, and I think it's easy to look at a video and maybe you didn't like it, and it's easy to write off. It's like, I don't think a lot went into this. When someone like Dom, especially, if you haven't seen his videos, it's crazy. There's so much production.
Like Now at a Dancer and stuff. Like, that's so
Jenna,
much
I mean, Jenna
work
will be
that
sitting
goes
outside
into
dying laughing at Now at a Dancer. She loves that.
I'm like in tears laughing.
Dom does this series called Now at a Dancer.
Is that right?
You hold your heart and you go,
Is that right? Where, you know, in situations where he thinks you could add a dancer and it would present like a funny, interesting scenario, and he does it really well. But what I was saying is, like, even your videos where maybe they're not received well, there's a lot put into it, and it's like all you got to do is
those
look
are
at
usually my favorite ones.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
That's the same with her. Same with her.
It's like the ones we really love, and we're like, dude, this one, and then it's like, wait, what happened? What's this decrease in 50% views and all this hate? This is who I am.
Whenever I'm making a video and I'm laughing while I'm making it, that's why I know everyone's going to hate it.
For the most part. Obviously, like, it'll happen where you make Everything is Glue and it's received really well.
Those are the best ones.
Yeah.
People didn't like that as much as some of the other ones where I was I'm laughing.
Why don't you tell, about Landshark, how that started and now how it is now? Like,
yeah. Well, I mean,
Landshark's so fun. She doesn't know. We watched this the other night when she wasn't in the room. Oh, do you remember?
I heard it. I was there. I was in the kitchen. I heard you guys watching it.
We were weak.
It's amazing.
It's so.
But like when she uploaded that, she got nothing but like, what the fuck is this, right?
Well, yeah, because that was very much like I did one thing on YouTube. Do you know what I mean? So then people expect you to do the same thing all the time, and when you don't, they get angry.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna upload this shit that makes no sense, and it was like half dislikes for a month.
Yeah.
And then I guess...
Should I go take care of him? All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to go.
And then after a while, people started to like it. But for a long time, people were like, they don't want you to do something different.
That's so funny because,
like, if you ever decided to stop dancing or, like, stop doing comedy or stop doing, like, what you're doing, they would be fucking mad.
Yeah. And I mean, it's a tough thing because we still want to be creative and different and just, like, even offset it, you know, and do something different. Because if you do the same thing over and over again, you know, you have to gather new fans and then they'll see them, it's new to them and whatnot. But like sometimes as artists, I know we definitely want to just do something different. And it's so funny you say that because all of your music videos, like those are some of like my favorites. I swear, like I remember when Ryan and I would we always watch them, and those are always the funniest freaking ones. Actually, when did we hang out that one time? And I felt so bad. When you guys came over and did the food challenge. Oh, yeah. And I was like, I love your music. When's the next time you do a music video? And I think you posted one that Wednesday, and I didn't get to see it yet. But, dude, the music videos are the funniest.
Bad. No, they're so bad.
Dude, I think you should do it. I think you should do a whole album, baby. I'd watch it all.
I've always kind of wanted to, because it's not that I think that I'm making good fucking anything on any level. I just like the only way I'll ever make a song or like some sort of musical thing is if I have like a nugget or like a thought that I just want to be out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would never just make music to make music.
Yeah.
No, there's always something else driving it.
Yeah, there needs to be like some joke.
Did you guys talk about Boyfriends when I was gone?
No, stop it.
No, that was great. I love that. Her music video called Boyfriends.
Stop.
That was the last one.
I guess it was the last real music video.
That was the one that I was talking about, where it's like we had the food challenge, and I had said this. I was like, yeah, you haven't put a music video out in a while, and you just did this. You're like, yeah, but she'd put one out that Wednesday. which was like 2 days before. And I was like, oh, I'm such a bad friend. I didn't watch this yet.
Stop it.
That shit's funny. You should do all music. Every video should be a music video.
Oh. Did it just have a stroke?
I just got...
Okay.
Hold on.
We're going to take a quick break. All right, I think we're back now. Sorry about that freak out on the technical end, and sorry about all the dog whining. That's the perks of doing a podcast in your own house with whiny dogs. Were we in the middle of something, or was it kind of just whatever? Did I forget?
I don't know. I know we were talking about music videos and how Jenna's going to start doing them every Wednesday for the rest of her life.
Oh my God.
Those take a lot, though. I don't even know like how you push that out in a week, because that does.
Well, I just did a music video, and it was the first one I have ever done.
How long was that whole process? It's long.
It's people involved. Like when Jenna does her videos, it's her, whoever's shooting it, and then at least for boyfriends, it was you, Rachel, and me, and then we shot it. You edited the whole thing. Like it was all one day for us.
It's definitely not a week. It's more like a day and a half.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying.
Like
you did it in one day, and that's including writing the song, which is like, all right, that's pretty obscene.
Right.
For the music video we did,
the song and then like a half a day.
Yeah,
and then
our
the next
song.
day you shoot the video and then you're like, fuck it, put it on the internet.
Yeah. No, it's incredible. Like the turnaround of these. I mean, because we worked for weeks on our song. And then the music video was shot in one day, which is pretty good.
Right.
That's actually.
But then it took like a team of people to like do it all, and then someone else edited it, and
it takes a while.
Yeah,
it takes a while.
Yeah, every week.
Music videos. Do you feel like music videos, like when I first got into YouTube in like 2011, 10, like music? If you did a music video, they were like 4 times the amount or 3 times the amount of your usual viewership. Yeah. And now I feel like anytime. For myself, I was like, anytime I do music videos, it's like a decrease for some odd reason. Does that happen to you or no?
Yeah, of course it does.
Yeah,
I never know what people are gonna like.
Yeah, it's hard
like.
It's hard
but
to.
In like however many years ago, like the people that used to do like music parodies, those were like huge. Like anytime you were doing anything musical was
a big thing back in the day. Now it's like just another video.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think people learn to like go to you for certain things. And when you put something else out, it's a shock, and maybe they're like, well, wait a minute, you know what I mean? I didn't sign up for this. But in a sense, they signed up for you. You know what I mean? They're subscribed to your YouTube channel. They subscribed to or signed up for whatever you decide to do that week.
And sometimes it's hard too, like as you grow up and you're like, okay, yeah, but I don't really care about like what you want to wear to prom and different fucking.
It's totally true.
One Direction.
Right. I know what you mean.
And I'm like, I'm an adult, you know?
Yeah.
It's like the high school concept. Like this is gonna sound bad, but like in high school, I remember like people caring about like, oh, Ashley slept with him and she slept with him and sucked his pee-pee and sucked that, whatever like the case may be. And Ashley Suckapee was like. She was that girl. But the day you graduate, no one cared at all.
Cares.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
At the end of the day, it's a video.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, anyway.
I always find it funny when you like a YouTuber who's in the early 30s, late 20s talking about what to do at prom or what to wear to this high school event. And it's just like, all right, I get you're targeting your audience, but at what point are you just going to be like, okay, that's a little ridiculous that I'm making that video because it's so clearly not what I would make if that wasn't my audience.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like they're telling you what to make.
Yeah.
Which is always another tough balance because
that's the great thing about being online.
Yeah.
You know, like if you do a film, if you're like the legit celebs and you do a movie, I mean, you could hear bad feedback maybe if you go to the theater or something, but at least they don't have to read it.
Yeah. Yeah, you can sign off and ignore everything.
Actually, they probably get... No, I lied. I kind of take it back because they get, like, legit write-ups in, like, big newspapers.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
by legit critics.
Oh, like, that's the worst.
That's true.
Actually, I just thought about it.
Deeper,
that's true. They get like, people who are paid...
somebody really smart with big words.
Yeah, they're like Siskel and Ebert, 2 thumbs down.
Oh.
Yeah, educated people are shitting on you.
Oh, my God.
That's
it's kind
the
of
worst.
the worst, though, because, like, every once in a while, you'll read a comment like that on one of your videos. It's, like, well thought out, and you're like, fuck,
so
man, like, shit.
Those are so the worst. Because you're like, fuck.
Yeah, but at least, you know what? At least they take the time to even write a comment.
Hey,
which means some part of you cares.
That's
if
true.
If you hate
you're
the video that much,
right. They have to care to put any sort of effort.
That's
like,
true.
I don't know. If you're, I guess someone who's on Reddit like me, like I go on Reddit kind of a lot, and I probably shouldn't go on that much, but sometimes I'll just be typing a comment to someone, like replying, and I'm like, wait a minute, I don't give a fuck about any of this. Why am I even spending the time? You know what I mean? But I guess it's like, you know, even someone who, like, maybe they're hurt about something you did and they really did care about you. And they're like, oh, well, you know, this video did this. And
how are you, Hannah? Because being somewhat new to the YouTube realm, you're starting to get comments now and stuff. Are you like, have you gotten any hate ones about
I mean, I have. I got to say, though, for the most part, my channel is like super positive. I mean, because people would come initially to my channel for her, like behind the scenes of life of her, because I would vlog and she would be in them. And I think it's changed a little bit and people come for me now or whatever. But there was this period for like a couple of weeks where I got a lot of bad comments.
How'd you take that in, though?
I tried to like not deal with it. Actually, you know what I mean? For a while, I was just like, all right, I'm not going to address it. And then after, like, I think 3 or 4 vlogs, like, in a row, had, like, the top comment saying something negative, I addressed it in a vlog. I was like, you know what? You know, I just want to say this is a happy place. You know, you guys came here because you wanted to watch me, you wanted to watch her, you want to watch our lives. And if you don't agree with what I'm doing, if you don't agree with how I do it, you know, maybe just don't watch. You know what I mean? There's no...
That's actually a good route.
I didn't want to, and I wasn't like happy with it, but at the same time I was like, yeah, and that was it. Like there was like a couple, like maybe 2 weeks. I do, dude. I got it good because I mean the people who came from her channel to mine, I mean it's all super positive.
That's good.
They don't even go here.
Yeah. No, exactly. Dom doesn't even go here.
Wait, what is that from? You don't even go here.
Mean Girls.
She doesn't even go here.
You can't sit with us. They're coming out with part 2.
Are they? Is it like an official one or is it like a straight to DVD?
Joke?
It's a straight to DVD.
I don't know.
Isn't it the
but
original
it's not
cast?
Gonna be this. Is it really?
Isn't it?
Lindsay Lohan. Wait.
That's crazy.
How can they have Lindsay Lohan in a movie?
We just both simultaneously turned into Miranda.
No, didn't they do a reunion like photo shoot or something? I don't know.
Maybe
I
Mean Girls 2 is happening. Well, Zoolander 2 is happening. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters in life.
That is gold.
God, he's such a genius.
Merman dead.
I just hope that they don't try too hard, because you know, with these types of sequels, years have passed. It's been so legendary.
The comedy is different now, like Dumb and Dumber 2.
Well, I think the reason why
I didn't see that. Did you see it?
I did see it.
Were you talking to me about how they were like overacting?
No. That's the okay. So in the 90s, we know. It was a lot of full out comedians. Like it was almost like the full out was what was better. You had the obvious people like Adam Sandler or Jim Carrey, and then you had people like Chris Farley.
Yeah.
And we loved that growing up. Like the overacting and the you know, just really like a lot. Was huge. But now it's a lot of written humor, like clever, being really, really smart, and almost like you're not trying to be funny.
Yeah.
So in Dumb and Dumber 2, I think they try to fit the both of best worlds, but do a lot of callback jokes to the first one. I think they did everything they were supposed to do.
Yeah.
And they delivered both sides. Because if they did a straight, like a now comedy where it's like all based off of the words you're saying and it's like a lot of wordplay, whatever stuff, they would hate it because it's like, what is this?
Yeah,
and then if they did too much of the original version, then it's like, okay, now they're trying too hard still.
Yeah.
I thought the balance was good and they delivered to both sides, but at the end of the day, it's tough because you're talking, 20 years?
No, you're right. It's absolutely insane to come back after that one. Yeah.
A lot has changed.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I like the 90s type of overact, but...
I do too.
We were talking about that recently. Like Chris Farley and like these people, like physical comedy. It just like makes you laugh out loud. It's funny because it's funny.
It's still an artistry. It's still an artistry.
It
I mean,
really
anybody
is.
can act over the top and like be visually funny to like a 4-year-old, but these guys were like... They trained. Like, you could see, like, Jim Carrey, like, visually, like...
Yeah, no, he's a pro at that kind of thing, for sure. Yeah,
for sure,
yeah.
I miss those times. It's a
I
lot of time.
It's a lot easier on your brain, too.
It is. You have to think
I just want to laugh. Like, I don't want to actually have to internalize your jokes and then laugh. I just want to laugh because it's funny.
Yeah.
That's why I love Chris Farley. Like when you were going to see a Chris Farley movie, like you know what you're signing up for.
For sure.
You're just here to like laugh.
Yeah.
That's it.
I remember though, like, you know, when I watched like Jim Carrey when I was a kid, and I was like, I would love it because it's Jim Carrey and it's that physical comedy and he's just his voice and everything. And I watched a couple of those older movies that I hadn't seen for a while when I was, older, and I would get things that I didn't get when I was a child, but I also laughed at the shit that I laughed at when I was a kid. Yeah. So it's on so many levels of that kind of.
Yeah, like, we don't it's just sad not to see that type of stuff as much anymore.
Yeah. And you know what? It's funny because like you said, the written jokes and that style now, like, and when that misses, it's so brutal. Like they think they're so funny, and it's like, oh, yeah,
it's kind of tough.
That's rough, man.
But then you have people like Seth MacFarlane, who's just a freaking genius.
God.
I love Seth MacFarlane.
Jenna, no, you don't love Seth. She loves Seth MacFarlane. Like,
do you love Seth MacFarlane?
Yeah,
she can't.
I can't.
We just found another thing that brought us closer. I did not. Okay, I feel bad for saying this. I didn't watch Family Guy until like 2012.
Hey, calm down over there, Seth. You want to hear a fun fact?
Okay.
I used to work in the building that he lived at.
I'm about to go down on you. Oh my god. I'm like this. No, wait. You used to wait. Okay, wait. How did that?
Okay, so the building I worked at. I mean, it was like corporate America, a bunch of different businesses and offices, and at the top there's a penthouse, and he had a penthouse up there. It was one of his properties. He still lives there. I just don't work there.
Let's go knock on the door.
Well, I still have my key card, so we can go bother. No, there's crazy security. Don't even try it.
Seth MacFarlane, he's a genius. Because Ryan did.
Jenna's like just staying out of this conversation out of respect because she loves him so much. Okay. Taking a moment of silence.
You're legit, obviously a legit fan.
Yeah.
What did you really think of A Million Ways to Die?
She loved it. We watched it together. It was hilarious.
Well, yeah, it wasn't the greatest movie in the world, but like I would just sit there and watch it.
She'll sign up for anything Seth MacFarlane and then love it. No matter on any level that she can love it, she will love it.
His greatest performance ever.
It really was.
Which one? No, what was?
Oh, you're asking me? Okay, I really liked A Million Ways to Die in the West because he's one of the only times you actually get to like see him as a person, like acting. Do you know what I mean? The rest of it is all like TED and voiceover stuff.
Because I really liked the Oscars.
I know. And I really just like anything that has to do with him in person is fantastic. But if you, like, I stalk him on Instagram, there's a few clips of him, like, playing the piano that make me just want to pass out. And also, anytime that he's singing live, I just want to pass out.
He's so brilliant.
Yeah.
His mind is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's utterly ridiculous. I'm super jealous.
He followed me on Twitter and a while ago, and you remember that day?
Yeah, she was hyper.
I like almost threw.
No, you almost passed out.
I like
you were
almost.
Getting,
yeah.
She actually got pale in the face because she ran to me across the house and was like, I was like, what? She was like, and I was like, get it out, please. Tell me what happened. And she's like, Seth MacFarlane, follow me. I was like, okay.
He knows you.
Sit down.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but.
Well, then what are you talking
about? He's
you?
a fan of yours.
No.
Oh, please give yourself a little credit. He followed you on Twitter. He knows who you are.
No, the fact that he knows you and I know you, I feel like we can go knock on his door now.
You guys can go just have like a weird three-way with Seth, and I'll just hang back here.
So inappropriate.
Seth MacFarlane. Dude, you guys
too far?
You guys are basically best friends. You and Seth are best friends.
Stop. Like he's like the type of person for me, the way that like GSP is when George St. Pierre.
Yeah.
No,
I'm totally kidding.
Where how they say don't ever meet your idols or whatever.
Yeah.
Because you don't.
It's like
the theory of that is the theory of that is that you'll get let down when you realize that they're a human being.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Such high hopes. Yeah.
I also have that idea that like don't ever meet your idols because I don't have anything of value to say to him at all other than just like. Hi.
if
that's it. I got nothing. I have nothing to bring to this conversation.
Okay, and how many fans have you met that said, "Hey"?
I don't know what to say. Yeah, exactly. So, but hold on. I want to say this. Okay, so you just related it to GSP. When we didn't meet, but GSP walked by, and there was an opportunity for you to say something. I would be so bold as to say your potential conversation with George St. Pierre, even at your best, would not have really been a worthwhile conversation. I mean, he's French-Canadian, he doesn't speak that great English. He was at an event. If you're at a context where you could have a controlled, maybe quiet, away from other people conversation with Seth MacFarlane, I think the potential for that conversation to be good and worthwhile and actually
for sure.
Right? I mean, it's there.
I could totally hold it together for a little bit to have a conversation, but like, I don't know. I kind of like having some people on a pedestal.
No, absolutely. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not. Just to be clear, I'm not disagreeing.
Wait. So when George St. Pierre came by, did you say something?
No, she grabbed my arm and she was like,
I didn't breathe any air.
Yeah,
you know what's crazy is okay, because when you go out, you see how many people do come up to you.
Yeah.
And then sometimes no one comes up to you. Think about how many people do that to you because they're like, I didn't want to just be a normal, the usual fan and be all because there's so many people around. But deep down inside, those are probably some of your biggest fans. If you really think about it,
no, you're right.
Are the ones that
really
just want to be humble.
It's a really good point.
You know what? I don't want to bother them. I'll just stay humble.
I'm the same way with people who I admire. I don't ever want to fuck it up, and I just want to keep it how it is.
Okay, if we're gonna throw it out there,
do it. Throw it out there.
Jenna, that's essentially how I was with you.
I'm out of here! Fuck!
No, seriously, I met you. This is how bad it was. I think the first time we officially met. No, cause I didn't want to be that weird type
That's
of fan.
That's how it was with you, though. Dead serious.
Don't do that.
I'm dead serious.
You guys want me to leave? Or?
No. Don't do that.
You can ask my mom. My mom is your biggest fan in the whole world.
That's so sweet. Your mom is such a sweetheart.
She is.
She really is.
Your mom's such a sweetheart. No, but when I first, actually, it was when I met, did I meet you for the first, I think I met both of you guys.
In Australia.
For the first time. And it was so cool because we actually got to hang out, and I think I drank at least a bajillion of these that one night.
Yeah, and we drank a bajillion wines.
Yeah, and I was doing this really bad magic, and you guys were loving it, and I was like, yeah, drunk people magic, it works out great. Anyway, to make the long story long, the next morning, we were saying our goodbyes, and you're like, oh, I love you, D-Trix, bye. And I didn't say it back.
And you regretted it till this day.
Because I didn't want to be like, man, everybody probably says they love, they love her back, and just play it cool. So I was
she really meant it.
So I was like, cool, thanks.
Dude, I went after that trip. We met Dom with RHPC, or most of them at least, in Australia.
It was actually me, Derek. Because at the time, Derek worked with me. It was me, Derek, Greg, and Ryan.
Interesting. Greg was definitely there. I remember that.
Yeah, he was.
Anyway, so this whole trip ended, right? And then, I had hung out with Dom as much as Jenna did for, one night. It wasn't too much, but, 2-3 weeks later, Dom just DMs me on Twitter. He's like, hey, dude, here's my number. We should hang out sometime. And that's how any of this friendship started. He just threw out that olive branch after meeting us once. And obviously, I enjoyed hanging out with you, but it's not often that kind of thing happens. People don't do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? They'll see when they see you.
Yeah, so. You meet people and then...
Thanks for making this friendship happen.
And now we're I don't know how... We've played a bunch of sports together, haven't we?
Yeah, we played, I think, at least 3 sports.
I think the first time we
played baseball, golf, and then shoeless golf. So that's 3 sports.
And then racing around a golf course in sand traps.
Oh my God.
Just disrespecting
we
the whole thing.
We drove into sand trap. Oh, that's so bad. We need to do that again.
Pong.
Soon.
Beer pong.
And beer pong.
That's a sport.
4 sports.
That's a legit sport in some countries and states. No, but it's really cool how everything was just
Yeah. Well, dude.
Wait. So are you saying if I never reached out, we would have never been friends?
No, I'm saying I didn't know that you had liked us enough.
I would have been too shy. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. There's always that I don't know if he thinks of us as friends like that, and I'm not as forward as you. So I respect you for having done that, taken that step, because I wouldn't have done it. Not anything against you.
I used to just watch you on TV all the time with my mom. That's what we used to do.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, that's why crazy. I was like, I'm never gonna meet D-Trix. What are you kidding me? And then I met D-Trix, and then I almost passed out.
And now he's in our house.
Mm-hmm. Now D-Trix.
And now he's gonna stay tonight forever.
I'll tie him up later.
I'm trying to fit in.
Dom walks in.
I'm trying to fit in.
Heavy breathing.
I just want to fit in.
But for real, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. It was really fun hanging out.
Dude, this is whatever, but is there anything that you want to promo or say?
Seriously.
Any projects or
buy Mountain Dew.
What do I want to say? No, I don't really have too much things coming up besides the fact that I hope I get to spend more time with you guys and really develop and grow our plant of friendships.
Yeah, just move in.
Yeah, we got
you guys got
sleep in here before the
rooms. So we just move this out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is
podcast.
Yeah.
I'll just put my face on this.
Dom has 2 awesome channels. We'll link it both below.
Yeah.
And you'll follow him on everything.
Very funny, very talented.
You guys are bored and Netflix is over. Boom, hit it up.
Netflix is never over Dom.
I know Netflix is forever, so I guess they're never gonna go.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back next week with another podcast. Not sure about another guest. Maybe not. Maybe fuck yourself. Just kidding.
Oh my God. Or go get a shirt.
Okay, that was a Departed reference. I wasn't really telling you stuff. All right. We love you guys. Thank you, Dom, for coming. And
thanks for having me.
Thank you, Al. This is magical.
Bring it in.
We're just going to hug it out.
If you're not watching this right now, we're doing a hug.
We're doing a hug.
Yeah, we're hugging each other.
doing a hug. All right. See you guys.
Get your hand off my knee.
Never.